Yo, so what's going on, people out there? Yo, this is I guess we're going to call this the SlaveCamp Radio. This is our first little take, a little podcast. Hopefully, we'll try to call it Podcast Tuesday, but it probably won't happen for once a month, you know what I'm saying? Because, we lazy. But anyway, just kidding. But, I'm here with the one and only Wax, you know what I'm saying, of the SoleDad Brothers, one half of the SoleDad Brothers. What's going on, Wax? What's good with you?
Everything is good, man. Everything is good, man. I'm here. I'm not there, man. Could be locked up, could be dead, but instead I'm here. So it's all good.
No doubt. And my name myself is Mike Rude. I'm your host with the most, or whatever the case is, from coast to coast. And I always want to say some snazzy radio shit. So now that I got that out of my system, let's just jump right into it, man. The SoleDad Brother Project, man. It came out in March, man. We're kind of doing a rebirth of it, going to the end of the summer into autumn, man. Let's talk about the SoleDad Project and how you met that sauce and kind of how it came together.
One time for the homie back, and Miss Daisy, who was his wife, Lady Daisy. I met Pat actually through the homie Peyton Locke. One time for the homie Peyton Locke, full plate breakfast. Yeah, man. I met Bat through P. P's a longtime friend of mine. At one time, Bat was actually like a protege of P's. You know, this was during the time that they was working on the Smile Race project, and me and Bat just formed our own personal relationship. Like, that's my dude, you know what I'm saying? Like, real recognized real. He just got a beautiful spirit, you know what I'm saying? And he represents the Weatherman Underground, him and his wife. And so, I'm rocking with that, you know what I'm saying? So, I just started rocking with him. We started doing music. Let me say for the record, he know, just like I know, at that time, his beats was alright, you know what I'm saying? But I could see the potential in where he was going and what he was doing, just as well as P could. So I just started rocking with him, you know what I'm saying? Picked out a few beats, a few joints, and I just been rocking with him ever since. And from there, you know what I'm saying, he's just gotten better and better and better. And so, like, right now, he just, you know what I'm saying, he out of control with it.
Yeah, he's a monster, man. He's a monster on the drums for sure, man. He's nasty. I personally love the project. Give you that old school raw feeling, you know what I'm saying? Like you're listening to some old school Cube or something, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, though, so the project itself kicks off, man, and the concept behind it is dope itself. Let's talk about the concept of the SoleDad Brothers itself. Kind of how you guys want to kind of flip that whole little deal.
The whole concept of the SoleDad Brothers, is about, folks coming together for a common cause, you know what I'm saying? Like, in a lot of situations, it ain't even about black or white, you know what I'm saying? It's about the brotherhood and doing what's right as opposed to doing what's wrong, you know what I mean? And so, that was our whole concept, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, like the Black Panther Party, meets the Weatherman Underground. And so our whole mission and our whole outlook on getting it done was to say something meaningful, and and create a project that was relevant for all people. You know what I'm saying? Not just for black folks, but for all people. Not just for white folks, or trying to cater to white folks, but for just for all people, for real people. And and represent the struggle. That was basically the whole concept of what we were trying to do.
No doubt, because freedom is definitely a universal right of the people, for sure.
Freedom of destiny.
No doubt, well put. Now, there was one song in particular on the track. There's lots of songs, really, that I like. Some of my favorites. I can kind of, that's one of my favorites. Personally, that's probably my most favorite on the song because of what it represents, in terms of black people, the way the structure of the black family is right now. We definitely need a lot more positive songs based on the structure of a positive black man and woman relationship. So that's why that's one of my favorites. But the song Deeper caught my attention because of the lyrics themselves, and the lyrics themselves are inspired by one in particular individual, an individual that we both know from a former crew Red Rock. So let's talk about Red Rock a little bit. Just a tiny little bit based on the fact that the song itself is about that individual, 80. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about Red Rock a little bit. How did you meet 8? And a little bit about the Red Rock project and what went wrong and what went well there.
All right, kind of going back though, the song that you were talking about at first was a song that I wrote called "Everything's Gonna Be All Right." That's like my rendition of a love song. I wrote that for my wife. So when y'all get a chance to check out the project, y'all check for that right there. In regards to Red Rock was me and my brother 80, aka Mercury, and that was a group that we formed from within a group that was called, it still is called, East Unit, with the time for the whole team. My man Tef, my man Rafiq, Molecule, you of course, Mike Rue, Qualong, and Finger Zeta, and my little homie Strife, as well as my man Charles Flantroy, aka Chuck Chill Out. But we were already making songs together, and so we got a deal. With this kid named John Otto from Limp Bizkit. He had a label called Mastermind Records, and he ended up changing the name from Mastermind Records to Schematic Records. And we had a deal with him. We both had an individual deal. But, what happened was John had the money, but he didn't have the money. He had the money to sign both of us, but he didn't have the money to put both of the projects out at the same time. So, what we did was we was like, okay, so this is what's going to happen. We'll do this right here. How about it? We're going to go ahead and form this duo. You know what I'm saying? We're going to name the duo. And instead of us trying to put out 2 individual projects at first, we'll put out this one project as a duo, and we'll use the money from this project, from the Red Rock project, to finance other endeavors, the next 2 projects, our solo projects after that. So he was with the idea, you know what I'm saying, because we seen he was struggling, you know what I'm saying, he was looking out for us, but, he was still struggling, you know what I'm saying, there's rich and then there's super duper rich, and he was just rich, you know what I'm saying. So
no doubt. So let me cut you off, because I don't want to go into the more so the business aspect of what went wrong, because we all know that there's always that aspect of it, because you know how things go in the music business. We all been around long enough to know that. But from a street perspective, kind of segmenting into the song deeper and kind of what went wrong with the Red Rock situation. What happened there, man? What happened from a street, from a personal perspective?
In regards to me and my brother and how the song came about, is that what you asking me?
Yeah, how the song came about, and in general, how the whole. Because to me, me as a fan, right? First of all, as a fan, listening to the story yourself of the song, to me, and knowing you, right? Let me add that, because maybe some people don't know. Because the brothers that were speaking to me about the song, they speaking from a street perspective, because they could tell that there was some legitimate pain and some authenticity to the song itself. They could hear that in your song, so you definitely brought that across. But for me, knowing the history of it, it's a segment of a kind of a, I don't know, success loss type of thing, from a situation that could have just been enormous into a situation that just kind of ended not so good and then segmented into the project where you're in right now. I don't know, not necessarily a buzzkill, but you feel what I'm saying?
Well, you know what I'm saying? Well, what happened is, you know what I'm saying, we was rocking out or whatever, you know what I'm saying, we was doing our thing, our deal ended, and our deal ending, you know what I'm saying, we went back to what we knew, you know what I'm saying, we street niggas, you know what I'm saying, so we went back to the streets and we started getting it how we live it, you know what I mean, and, at some point though, I realized that it was game over, you know what I'm saying, it was game over, and I kind of like, you know what I'm saying, I got back up on the porch, yo, you know what I'm saying, because I seen that the risk and the reward just, that ain't, it didn't make no sense to me, yo. And so, my brother, he kind of just morphed into this he just illed all the way out, yo. You know what I'm saying? He you know what I'm saying? He illed all the way out. That's all I could say. That's the best way for me to explain it. And so, you know, I hopped back on the porch. You know what I'm saying? He was already off the porch, and he just went around the block, you know what I'm saying, and up the street. And, you know what I'm saying? And he just, you know what I'm saying, he wilded out with it. But, you know, the song Deeper is a song based on a lot of conversations, in particular the first verse, on a lot of conversations that me and him had prior to him getting jammed up. You know, unfortunately, you know, 8 ain't with us right now. You know, he caught an M1 capital offense, and he's facing a lot of time. God willing, you know, he'll be back on turf after he get done with his appeals or whatever. But, you know, we had, you know, the first verse is based on, you know, a lot of conversations that me and him had about what was going on and what he needed to do as opposed to what he was doing. But he was so, you know, he was so off the meat rack that he wasn't trying to hear that. You know what I'm saying? Any street nigga that's out there getting it, you know what I'm saying? They know what, you know what I'm saying? They know what I'm talking about. Like, he had his mindset. And he was going to do what he was going to do, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? He was going to do it to the bus out. And, you know, unfortunately, you know, he got jammed up. But, you know, that's what that song is about, you know, conversations that me and him had, you know, and how I was trying to really get him to just kind of just chill out and see the bigger picture of what, you know, what he had going on, you know what I'm saying? It ain't all about the glitz and the gleam. There's a dirty side, there's a real dark side to it that you ain't really paying attention to that. The second verse is more so about, I was just, you know, talking to him too, like, you know, I was just like you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel where you're coming from, you know what I'm saying? I feel exactly where you're coming from. But you think I got to where I'm at by being a dummy? Nah, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, I put in work, but at the same time, I knew, you know, when it's time to go, yo. You just got to know when it's time to go. You just got to know. And so that's what that song is about, man. And that song, you know, is applicable, man, to not just me and him, but a lot of cats that's out here that think they know, because they really don't know. They only looking at one side of it. There's a real dark side to it, you know, that you might not be, you might not be prepared to face, you know, when it comes to you. You know what I mean? So that's what that song Deep is about, man. And, you know, it's a real deep song for me, man. You know what I'm saying? Real heartfelt, yo.
No doubt. And I know that the video is to be shot really this weekend. And I know the concept of the video is ill. Can you speak a little bit, without giving it too much of it, can you speak a little bit about the concept of the video itself, too?
You know, the concept is based on the song, you know. It's going to be a situation where I'm trying to school a little homie to what, you know, what adversity lies ahead, and praying and hoping that he take heed to it. And, you know, the conversation that we gonna have, the conversation that we having is in the trap. That's where it start out. But I'm about to jet out, you know what I'm saying? I'm on my way out, and he on his way in. And so, you know, that's basically the concept of that, you know, and all the different things that's involved in the game, you know, the good, the bad, and the ugly. So, you know, that's what that video is all about right there.
No doubt, and you know, me and you know, we're men of a certain age at this point, and you know, we can look back and we can reflect on certain things that a lot of people don't really have that track record to look back on, and you know, that experience is really the greatest teacher, to be honest with you. Some things you just have to go through. If you had to just look back on the whole situation, do you feel any kind of a responsibility, not in the sense of making another judgment for a man, but you know, just from a personal perspective, if you look back on certain things, because you a leader, man. You know, everyone that knows you looks at you as a leader. So, like, from that perspective, I mean, just speak on it from a personal perspective. Do you wish there's some things you could have did different?
Yeah, man, it's things that I wish I would have did different. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got schooled to the game by murderers, you know what I'm saying? Like, real cowboys, you know what I'm saying? Like, they was getting money, but they was on some bomb first shit, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I wasn't really educated to the game by the real players. I was educated to the game by hitters. You know what I'm saying? And so I say that to say this. You know, I educated eight on what I knew. You know what I'm saying? If I could go back, you know, I wouldn't have introduced him, you know what I'm saying, to the gunplay the way that I did. You know what I'm saying? It's just the wild boy side of it. I wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? But that's all I knew, because first quarter, I had the little homie riding with me, you know what I'm saying, and we was bending corners doing what we was doing, you know what I'm saying? I had him popping pistols at 16, you know what I'm saying? And so, you know, if I could change that, that would be one thing that I could change, you know what I'm saying? Like, I learned more about the game after the fact, after I got a little older, you know what I'm saying? Because I got linked up with some other cats that was more about the business as opposed to, it was about that pistol play too, but that was secondary because they knew that the pistol play was going to bring the police. And if the police come and ain't nobody getting no play, ain't nobody making no money, that's going to fuck with your money. So that was secondary. So, you know, yeah, when I start toning down, he started turning up. So, you know, that would be the one thing that I would change about that situation. I wouldn't have educated him and schooled him to the game the way that I did. So, you know, yeah.
No doubt. Well, yo, man. So this project itself, being an EP and as positive as it definitely is, and I love it. What it's a segment into something else, you know what I'm saying? EPs normally lead into a bigger or better project, and you definitely, we on the ground, we trying to create that buzz, you know what I'm saying? And you trying to do your thing. What do we have to look for coming from Wax?
I got this project coming out real soon that I'm working on. The homie P-Lock, one time for P-Lock, Peyton Lock, Full Play Records. My man Dylan ate that. We got this project coming out. It's going, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be a little bit more street. The SoleDad Brothers project is more conscious. You know, I'm doing a little bit of cursing. I ain't really doing a whole bunch of cursing. I'm pretty much, that's the content is more positive. But this P-Lock project, yeah, I'm gonna get real literate on that right there. You know, that's the other side. A lot of people that know me, they know that side of me more so than anything. And you know, it's a reality of man. You know, like it ain't. You know what I'm saying? It ain't always all good. You know what I'm saying? You have good days and you have bad days. But you know what I'm saying? Overall, you kind of just gotta just pray for forgiveness. You know what I'm saying? Only God could judge me. But you know, that's the flip side right there. And yeah, it's gonna be real street. It's gonna be real dark, and it's gonna be real niggerish.
No doubt. Well, yo, we want you to have a good day. Us that know you, we don't like Wax to have bad days.
Word up. Wax don't like to have bad days, man. If it's bad for me, it's bad for a lot of other people too, man.
No doubt. So, yo, man, it's been a pleasure, man, to rap with you, you know what I'm saying? You know, we go way back, and we go way forward, and we hope to continue to go way forward. And, you know what I'm saying? We kind of bringing this production to the people, and we hope to bring more flavor to the people. What do you got a time frame for when you think the project will drop?
Man, you talking about the next joint?
That's right.
Nah, I can't really give you no time frame, man. We've been working on this joint for a minute. You know, my homie P, he got a, you know what I'm saying? He got a full plate. You know what I'm saying?
That he does.
He got a full plate. So we've been working on this project for a minute. So I don't want to try to get the people. We supposed to have the joint done, you know, by the summer, but for whatever mediating circumstances, you know what I'm saying, we weren't able to get it done. So God willing, we'll be able to get it done by the first quarter of the upcoming year, God willing.
No doubt, one doubt. And let me just throw this in here. One time for the steam mechanics who burnt it down at Rain Dogs this weekend, man. They really killed it, man. I don't know if you got a chance to see any of that, but it was, my God, man, them brothers did their thing.
One time for P-Lock, one time for Artifice, one time for Stillwater, and my G's rocking with them. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. All right, my brother.
As a matter of fact, I got a joint with Artifice on his upcoming EP that he's working on with the one and only Peyton Locke, and that joint is too fire. That joint is just bananas and nuts. If you can even imagine the big homie Wax and Artifice, you already know what it is.
Yo, cousin, just the name alone, Wax and Austin Fist, you know what I'm saying? That shit is hell, yo, and the kid is nasty. Yo, I seen him Friday, and I was kind of sauced up a little bit. I was like, yo, you nasty on the mic, kid, nasty on the mic. I bet he thought I was a drunk, bubbling fool, but yo, on the real, he's a nice guy, man, real good dude. And
very talented.
Nasty, super nasty on the mic. Like, I'm talking about super nasty. But yo, that's a wrap right there, party people. I appreciate y'all listening to this little Slave Camp Radio podcast joint, whatever it's gonna be called. You know what I'm saying, look forward. We got some more content coming, and you know, Slave Camp Production trying to do it big, you know what I'm saying, get the people the underground raw hip-hop joint that I know y'all love, and you know, hopefully we can fulfill that, man. So peace, party people, y'all take it easy, man. And Wax, I'll get at you on the flip side, baby.
No doubt, man. Stay up, my G.
Check it out. Now in my time, I hung in the block 7 to 9. I used to grind so hard so I could see every dime. And in my mind, I would contemplate. Look at the baby boys walking to school and pray that they would see a better way. They mamas all lexed out, daddy's all in jail. The other nigga flexed out. It is hard to tell if they'll ever see another way to look at life. Praying to God, hoping if I never get it right, can I still look at his life? Just like little Ricky, man, he never had a chance to fight. With a broken heart, it's hard to advance in life. Looking up to the older hustlers, they blast the pipe and disappear real fast at night. Vice rushing the spot, we still live it like we love it a lot. But the young eyes of little Ricky just soak it all up. So Lord, please don't let him follow us. Ricky never had a chance. He never had a chance. God knows little Ricky